Yo, 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 and this is Mikeratto. And I'm back. After 2 days of absence, I'm here to create a new video for all of you. So, while we're having different sets of videos, and according to our community tab, which I make polls for you to participate in. And if you don't actually know what I'm talking about, subscribe to my channel and please check all of my polls to have our next topic. And also, I seen in our demographics that there are a lot of people who are not subscribing to my channel, who are also my viewers. So I hope you subscribe and thank you. And here we go. Randy Orton by 2007, while he was actually a successful heel, but sometimes he's not always in the main event. And by this time, while Randy Orton was tag teaming with Edge due to the rated RKO gimmick in their team, and his rise actually happens after he actually challenged for the WWE title this year, which started during the months following WrestleMania 23, which by this time, while Orton is actually challenging Cena with Edge and Shawn Michaels in his first opportunity, in which later on Orton feuded with John Cena himself and earned himself the title, which later, from his fast walking to the ring, like you saw him in 2007, 2006, 2005, 2004, and 2003, it was replaced by the time that he actually walked slow, looking like a venomous viper in this year. Instead of having his haircut like the spike up hair, he started to actually make himself bald, like his signature look now, which actually the seeds of the viper, of the apex predator that we are actually embracing today, the WWE champion Randy Orton. His feud with John Cena is memorable, like Edge's feud with John Cena. Orton and Cena are been rival for years. From 2007, I believe, they are actually fighting, though they have matches in 2006, but they are not that yet of a pure rivals. When Randy Orton got his WWE Championship opportunities versus Cena during this year, well, he actually failed in those attempts to win the championship. But the storyline is keep on actually expanding and expanding from a guy who actually wants to win the championship, and he actually was doing still the legend killer gimmick, in which he actually participates on assaulting legends also still by this time. So Orton's championship run in 2007, well, it's memorable because of who he was actually fighting in this time. So Orton's feud with Cena actually expands. Well, this is actually the second time that Cena's father actually interacted with his son's storyline. In 2006, Edge slaps John Cena, which in 2007, Orton punted Cena's father. And when you see Orton and Cena's father, you know that Orton will assault Cena's father due to their history, which actually elevates the rivalry between the two. Their matches between each other, while some people are actually tired of that today, some actually still likes it, and other people has different views of that feud. But without Cena, Randy Orton's main event push, I'm not sure it will have the same impact, because in fighting a babyface as you the heel and as the babyface who are actually embraced by fans. And Cena by this time, well, I'm not sure if people are booing him by this time, though in 2006 it was shown evident the day after WrestleMania 22, while some are actually chanting Cena sucks and Cena rocks. Yeah, those are the times that the audience are actually having 50-50 on the reaction of John Cena's entrance, but he is still a huge babyface regardless. Orton and Cena has a huge dynamic in their feud. And when Cena actually has an injury in 2007, well, they put the belt on the guy who in storyline injured him, which is Randy Orton. Though it actually happened during Cena's match in Mr. Kennedy. So, Orton became the WWE champion for the first time. And who was the one who actually challenged him at the same night? That is Triple H, which actually shocked a lot of people because Triple H won the title so easily in that match, in which some people are actually worried. Is this the return of the Reign of Terror? And Triple H again being on the spotlight himself. Some are actually worried, some are not. So, well, WWE made a swerve and making Randy Orton champion the same night, which Orton defeating Triple H in the last man standing match. And Orton and Triple H, just like Cena and Randy Orton, they have a huge rivalry and they have huge history between those two. The former leader of Evolution and a guy who they kick out of the said group. And then Orton's next feud was Shawn Michaels, the guy who actually puts over a lot of wrestlers during this time. Well, Shawn Michaels' feud with Randy Orton actually came when Orton actually injured him and he returned just to have the payback against Orton, which Michaels received WWE title opportunities, which yeah, he may be unsuccessful, but the rivalry between these two are also good at the same time. While the heel versus face dynamic, just like I told you earlier, between two superstars and Orton actually being absolutely hated in that time, in that era, which people are actually genuinely booing him out of every building that he actually goes to. So, well, in 2007, in Orton's career perspective, well, his career actually skyrocketed from being just a challenger, now being a world champion. And compared to this 2004 world title run, which was actually just to put him over because, well, WWE is still sour on Lesnar leaving the company earlier, that they want him to be erased in the history books as the youngest champion, though I'm not sure if that statement is actually true or it actually just came from somewhere in the internet. And Orton having the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at the time, the World Heavyweight Championship, well, it helped him also in his future run. In 2007, well, he has this different aura and being this huge world champion by himself. So who's the next rivalry for Randy Orton in 2007? And that is the one who actually saved us in 2007, the man who returned after a year of absence, and that is Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho put over Orton huge time in this. While in the rivalry, well, it's not that much that Chris Jericho won the title just like the others or whatever it is. But it's actually a branch out also for his next feud because Orton actually pushed Chris Jericho, or actually Irish Whip Jericho, to JBL, which causes another feud, which cost him the title match. And yeah, so Orton's 2007 dominant run from the tag team type of guy now being the world champion yet again after 3 years is a huge career boost for himself, and it actually helped him in 2008 up to his 2020 run, now being the 14-time world champion at the age of 40, which actually he has now to go for two reigns to actually tie with Cena and Ric Flair, which some may actually have arguments with this, or some actually approve the statement that Orton should actually surpass their title reigns. Well, because Orton was always there, every day, every night, and is actually competing. Sometimes, while he doesn't appear because of television tapings, but you will see him mostly there compared to the guys like Brock Lesnar, The Rock, John Cena for today, and many part-time WWE employees. So that's it for today, and I hope you all subscribe. And thank you for watching. And again, this is Mikeratto, and peace out. And also, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Thank you, and have a good day.